Okay, here's section 2. We took a walk this morning, and I was going to do a full yard tour. July 17th, Pine Ridge, Florida, which is north central Citrus County. So this morning I was pretty uncoordinated and I couldn't get the gate open with one hand while holding the phone, which seems to be more of the situation lately as I approach my 75th birthday. So anyway, let's finish up. So this is the this is the north side of the yard right here, and this is the river rock bed and the curbing. This is amazing curbing by Citrus Curb. Holds all the river rock in. It's neat as a pin. By the way, I mow my own lawn. I trim all my own shrubs, do all my own weeds, except for the 2 weeping yaupons, which we're going to take a quick peek at, and the 4 hollies, because I learned that that's not a good thing to do. Because several years ago I fell off a ladder, landed on a stone wall, broke ribs, separated a shoulder, got life flighted to Ocala Trauma Center, and took about a year to heal. So anyway, I'm still enjoying working outside, still enjoying designing and making tweaks here and there. Really love the birds. The birds are really fun. So this is my my experimental topiary. And what's cool about this is not a topiary plant. This is a live oak tree. But you know, when you keep it trimmed, you can turn it into something pretty neat. And these are my lovely Carolina sapphire cypress trees that I planted 3 years ago. I've trimmed them up a little bit, so they're approaching 4 feet in height. When I got them, they were about a foot. They're growing very fast, and I actually bought these from a Christmas tree supplier down in Brooksville. I paid a whopping $10 a pot, and they gave me what they call their secret sauce fertilizer. They've got chickens and all kinds of other animals going around their yard. It's a really cool place. It's like an old school place. Really, really neat. So these are going to be beautiful. They're insect resistant. They're drought resistant, and they have a wonderful citrus bouquet. They're beautiful, beautiful trees. The color is great. So this is the north side of the house. We're just going with the natural pine needle covering here. I've got, I'd say, probably 30 feet of land this way, but this is a line of demarcation, these 5 plants. And of course you saw another one in the backyard. Eventually these are going to be touching each other. They're going to be about 14 feet wide and about 14 to 15 feet tall, and that's it. They don't go any bigger than that. So it's going to be a nice border. It's going to look really pretty. And since I did a lot of work in the front on the south side, which is way over there, I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to have another very slight semicircle of Carolina sapphire cypress, because I called the Christmas tree place and they're on vacation until August 1st. But it's just 3 people. It's their son and husband and wife. Just a cool place. And anyway, they're going to save 6 or 7 more for me. The price has gone up from $10 to $20, which is fine, because nurseries want $100 for some that are a little taller. But anyway, that's what we're doing. So this is the front of the house, which you've seen before probably, but that's a holly on the corner. You can see 4 boxwoods right there. We'll get a closer look. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boxwoods over there, with another holly that's all trimmed. Now there's 4 hollies right here, 1 named for each kid: Bridget, Kelly, Aaron, and Michael. two huge magnolia trees we're going to visit. And these are beautiful trees. These are native to Florida. They're called yaupons. These are called weeping yaupons. They have, they're really dense. Mockingbirds love these to have families. But these have just been trimmed. And I'll tell you, that's where that one right there, I was trying to trim the top. I was on top of a ladder. I got stung by a bee. Kind of forgot where I was and fell on that stone wall. And that was a very unfun thing to do. Very unfun thing. So, live and learn. Doing fine. This is a magnolia tree that we planted about 6 or 7 years ago. It's quadrupled in height. It's a very healthy tree. It's got a drip feed system, which I should try to incorporate into 2 large trees, because this barely sheds. In dry weather, those other 2 monster magnolias shed. They get dry, and it's a survival thing. They just want to be able to stay healthy, and so what they do is they just shed leaves, and it's kind of a pain in the neck for cleaning up. So this is a Native American hawthorn bush. The problem that I have with these is I got these vines here that kind of grow through them, and it's impossible. You have to go down and get the bulb, and that's pretty much impossible to do anyway. So these are flax lilies. I learned from my landscaper a little trick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top half of these off, because we've got these little guys here, which are, part of the plant, but they're not pretty part of the plant. I just want to neaten these up. So this week I'm gonna cut these in half, take the top end off, throw it in the pile, and then I can go through and take out the dry leaves and things like that, just like a little cleanup. But these things will stick up high, and that's about 2.5 feet up. So we're going to do that. This chocolate mulch bed is really great, doing fine. Here's another look at the weeping yaupon. Great place for birds to have families. And again, mockingbirds love these trees. I haven't seen any babies though. I've just seen. I think I read that they have their partner for life, and if their partner gets hurt or killed, they come back to the same spot and look for their partner. I mean, it's a little sad because they're out there by themselves, standing on top of these trees. Looks like we might have somebody inside here right now. That is a mockingbird, I believe. So that's good. Right on cue. So here's this beautiful stone wall and curbing. And here's another look at the lawn. This morning I said, yeah, I hired this company and they're doing a great job, and they're not doing any cutting. They're just fertilizing and putting iron on it. Gets it nice and green. But the lawn is the best it's ever been in 11 years here. It's really great. And they'll come back. This is actually True Green. I had mixed emotions about doing business with them, but they've been bought out they bought Scott's. And now they do all the golf courses now and everything, and they're doing a great job. So here are the 4 hollies, freshly trimmed. Look neat as a pin. And my guy Dan at DZ's Landscaping Services just is a very, very hard worker and does a great job. These are Lily of the Nile. These plants here. They go up in the air like so. And beautiful blue flowers. They're spreading. It takes a long time, but they're spreading, and hopefully the seeds will generate more plants in the future. This is kind of a neat feature that was suggested to me by a landscape architect. These are These are flax lilies, and you can see that there's a little hill here. And I ran these down the hill because on both sides here, one of the things about landscaping is you'd like to create motion. So there's another dimension to landscaping, which is really a cool idea. And you get motion from birds, you get motion from plants. This morning, the palm grove that I took a video of, that's 12, 14 feet high. Right now there's absolutely no wind, but if there's any breeze at all, you get motion in the backyard. And the motion is a feature that a lot of people overlook when they're doing landscaping. So that's pretty cool. So let's see. Let's show you one thing here that's kind of interesting. I trimmed these magnolia trees so that you don't bump your head on them. They grow low, but this is a cone right here. Probably got 100 seeds on it. They turn red, and when they drop, I mean, these magnolia trees are amazingly efficient. They have a million. I mean, I don't know how many cones there are in this tree. A lot. It's a very healthy tree, both of them. But when these drop in the ground, they start growing new magnolia trees. So there's a lot of upkeep with these guys, but it's worth it because you get such a beautiful bouquet aroma when the flowers are out. It's amazing, and they're stunning. You know, they really are stunning. So I don't mind doing the extra work. So here's more curbing. This was expensive. I did it probably 5 years ago, and it was like $6.50 a linear foot. They actually mix the concrete, and they have a extrusion machine. And this is probably 7 or 8 inches wide. But what they do is they put a platform underneath. So the total width of this is about a foot. So it's extremely stable. Doesn't move around. It was not cheap. And I'll bet you, with prices the way they've gone, I wouldn't be surprised if this is $10 a foot now. But came out really nice. And again, this is a big part of the revamp that I started like 5 years ago, where I have 3,000 hours into this yard now. So over yonder, where we were before, that's the north side, and you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the Carolina sapphire cypress trees. And there's a better look on the boxwoods right here. It's a beautiful house. You know, we love it. It's just really nice. And over here, you can see we've got make a pine grove here. See the tall grass over there? This whole area was just out of control with 4-foot high grass. That's a bugger to get rid of. But Dan came in with a 26 horsepower tractor, Craftsman, with his mower, and just chewed it all up. And I've been staying on it as far as with the weed killer and so forth. So this is sort of a fresh palette with what we're going to do. And I think one of the things I'm going to do now is get the Carolina sapphire cypress trees and plant them on the end there, and they'll be a nice border. So almost done here. Almost done with the front yard. These are the weeping bottlebrush trees that we planted this year. They're doing extremely well. They're very, very happy and healthy. They require quite a bit of watering for the first year, especially for the first month. These are going to be 15 feet high and probably almost as wide. And when they flower, they attract hummingbirds, bumblebees, honeybees, and butterflies. They're beautiful. And we've got some some lilies here, and we have a weed blanket and a mulch bed. What I wanted to do is just kind of mask off the carport a little bit, and that seems to be working fine. So eventually I'm going to do something in here. I'm not quite sure. I don't want to go crazy, because one of my objectives is less maintenance, less project work, easy maintenance. Let's put it that way. I don't mind the maintenance, but here we go. Got a kind of a world record driveway here, circular driveway that it's huge. I wouldn't want to have to pay for that today, but it's what they did in 2008. So you got a little look from the backyard in this morning's video of the cabbage palm. We'll close out this video with a quick look at the cabbage farm, and we'll look across the fence at where we started this morning. So this is a very pretty tree. It's a natural tree. It's from Florida. It's actually the Florida state tree, and it's now a centerpiece for the front south side of the yard. So here's a look over the fence of the bird bungalow room. You can see right there is one of the 5 weeping bottlebrush trees. There's like a semicircle behind the other ones there, but this is the back of it, and this is all cleaned up. I cleaned this up this morning. Lots of vines, lots of picker bushes. Anyway, this is kind of neat, and we cut the stumps nice and low so I can take my tractor when I'm done mowing the lawn and just come and knock stuff down. But like I said this morning, woodpeckers seem to love this particular part of the yard. We feed them, and they seem very happy, and I think we have a family of pileated woodpeckers here, which is pretty cool. I said the wingspan is 2 feet. I think it's more like 3 feet. When you see them fly, you can actually hear their wings. You can hear them making noise, whooshing through the air. It's pretty cool. So this is going to remain very rustic. Just cleaned it up a little bit. Okay, we'll close out with another look at the palmetto palm berries. Here's one right here. And again, this is a natural anti-inflammatory. You can go on Amazon and just punch in the word palmetto, and you'll see that there's a lot of companies that use these for a natural anti-inflammatory. Something I don't mind having. There's another bunch of them right there. So they come in and they have it like a hand rake, and they throw all the seeds in a bucket, and they probably get $1 a pound when they bring them to the processing area. So they can make some money that way, and it's a good thing. Okay, so that's about it. That's the front yard. This is section 2, July 17th, Pine Ridge, Florida. Thanks for looking. Give me a like if you want, and also subscribe. Also ask any questions. 3,000 hours of experience here gives me some knowledge, and if I don't know, I'll find out if you have questions. Okay? All right, thanks again.